Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well today. It's Josh here with another episode of Ripple Planet. And today we're going to talk about the question that's on most people's minds today, and that is Bitcoin doomed? Now, with the recent events in the news with Bitcoin, with the Bitstamp hot wallet being compromised, lots of people are wondering if Bitcoin is doomed. That coupled with uncertain regulatory clarification, uh, as well as extreme price volatility, all these things are making people wonder, is this the year that Bitcoin is doomed? Is it doomed? And is it the lowest it can go? And will it go lower? So the good news is I don't think Bitcoin is doomed. I don't think it will actually ever be doomed. However, I do think that there is a possibility of the price uh, going a little bit lower. I'm going to share my screen and just show you a chart. You can find it here. Why isn't that showing up? Okay. So again, we're having technical difficulties. So I'm not able to show you the charts. But basically what I was going to show you is it's on a site called bitcoinwisdom.com. And on that site, there's a graph, and it shows that the Bitcoin price at around September 2013, it was sitting at around 60, 62, between 60 to $70. And then in November, it shot up. That was when the massive rise occurred, and it went from $60 all the way up to $1,200, and it's been consolidating ever since then. So it kind of looks like it's on a bit of a downward trend. So there is a potential that the price can go lower to uh, it can actually even go back to where it was before the initial rise, up down to $60. Will it happen? Who knows? Uh, the fundamentals are the fun. Bitcoin, nothing's changed about the core technology, and all the fundamentals are still there. It's just market forces that drive the price. There's a limited supply, and some people want to sell, and some people want to buy, and sometimes the sellers are more than the buyers, and that just leads to a decreased price. And the other thing that comes to mind when we talk about increased selling pressure is many people are eager for increased merchant adoption. I hear lots of people say, "Hey, let's get merchants in. Let's get Amazon accepting Bitcoin. Let's get Walmart accepting Bitcoin, and pretty much all of these major retailers. Let's have all these retailers accepting Bitcoin." And while that seems nice at first, if you look at it, it's not actually that good for Bitcoin. Because what you have here is you have all these retailers who are accepting Bitcoin because it's another payment venue. It's another way for them to collect revenue from their customers. They can attract new customers. But on the other hand, they may not necessarily be bullish on the technology or on the currency. So they may just be taking in those Bitcoins from Bitcoiners who are excited, and who are holding Bitcoins. They're taking those Bitcoins in and they're just selling them in the market. What that means is that there's increased downward pressure. Lots of people have made big earnings in Bitcoin when they bought back, when it was $60, or even when it was back when it was less than $1. So many of the and by the way, that wasn't me. I wasn't one of the early adopters by any means. But in any event, many of those people are looking for ways to spend their Bitcoins, and they're looking for places to accept them. So what you have is you have increased selling pressure when these retailers are selling their Bitcoins on the market, and you don't necessarily have the buyers there all the time. So that can even lead to even more price volatility. If a retail like Amazon started accepting Bitcoin, and if they started getting sizable amounts of Bitcoin per day, $1 million worth of Bitcoin transactions per day, or even a few $100,000 per Bitcoin transactions per day. If Amazon's solely intention was to just liquidate their holdings, then what would happen at that point is that now there'd be increased Bitcoins on the market, which will lead to decreased prices. So what we need to do, what we need to do in general in the cryptocurrency community and the Bitcoin community, is just to try to get more users. We need to focus on the main reasons and the main things that are keeping people from adopting Bitcoin. And we need to try to find some core reasons why they should accept Bitcoin or any of these other cryptocurrencies. That core issue is one of the main reasons why I'm actually more bullish on other protocols, particularly the transport protocols such as Ripple and Stellar. These protocols they're not dependent on they're not necessarily asking the consumer to change their ways. They're not necessarily asking the consumers to transact in a new currency, this new Bitcoin that goes up one day and goes down one day. So these transport protocols are taking currencies that people are already comfortable with, and what they're doing is they're just adding the whole innovations of the Bitcoin blockchain technology, and in the case of Ripple, the Ripple Ledger. So basically, what's happening is that all these currencies now can benefit from this new crypto revolution, and they're not subjective, to the wait times for confirmation, and they also don't have, and you're also not having to change the user's behavior, the user's typical patterns. Basically, the user just has to be convinced that it's a faster, it's a better, and it's a safer way, and that their banks are using it, and that it's not banned, and it is approved. Then the consumers will be all for it. And in the case of Ripple and Stellar, these transport protocols, most of the in some of the large setups that they're doing, especially with the Ripple Labs, what they're doing, they're actually when they set up the nodes for institutions, basically all of the account holders that are using the institution are set up as subnodes, so they can actually transact in Ripple, and they may not even know that they're using Ripple. So yeah, so it's Ripple and Stellar's focus is on the transport of the currencies. It's not on changing any patterns and getting people to adopt a certain currency. So that's personally why I feel that this 2015 will be the year of the transport protocols, and every other cryptocurrency will fall underneath them, in my humble opinion. Thanks, and I hope you learned something. Take care. Bye.